Right, factorise y squared plus 27y. With factorisation, write a pair of brackets the same width as the original expression underneath. So we're going to do that and then that. Okay? Next, you look for common factors of these two terms. We've got a y squared and 27y. Well, you can see that there is one y in both terms. There are two y's here. Y squared is y times y, but this one's only got one y. So the most we can pull out outside the bracket is one y. Okay, so that's what we're going to write outside the bracket. This doesn't have any numbers. It's 1 times y squared if you like, but we can't do anything with that. There's a 27 there, so we can't pull any numbers out. There's no numerical common factor to both terms. Only a single y is the common factor to both terms, so that's all we can pull out. Okay? Next, what you do, you look at this term and you say, what do I have to multiply this by, the thing you've pulled out, in order to get that? And the answer is you have to multiply y by y. And that gives you y squared. That times that gives you that. Okay? Same thing with this term. Ask yourself, what do I have to multiply y by in order to get 27y? And the answer is plus 27. Because y times 27 is 27y. And now we finish. That's it. That equals that. Just do a quick check. Multiply this out and we should get the original expression. So let's multiply it out. Okay, y times y is y squared. Y times 27 is 27y. Yes, it's the same. We've done it correctly. Good. That's the answer. Okay. Y bracket, y plus 27 bracket. Okay. Simplify t cubed all squared. Right, this is the bracket rule, okay? Don't confuse the bracket rule with the multiplication rule. When you have something to a power and then brackets something, or another number, another power, the bracket rule, you have to multiply these two numbers, okay? So that is quite simply t, 3 times 2 is 6, t to the power of 6. Okay? Not to be confused with this. If you had t cubed times t squared, okay? When multiplying, you have to add these numbers. So that's t to the power of 5. Okay? So that's a multiplication rule. And the bracket rule, well, it's that. T cubed brackets squared, you multiply these. So that's t to the 6. So it's a very common mistake. Don't fall for it. Mixing up these two. That's definitely not t to the 5. It's t to the 6. Okay? Good. Right, simplify w to the 9 over w to the 4. When you have a power on the top and something on the bottom, you have to subtract the numbers. So that becomes w to the power of 9 minus 4, which is w to the power of 5. It's essentially this rule again. So what I mean is that w to the 9 over w to the 4. W to the 4 on the bottom is the same as w to the minus 4 on the top. Okay? So w to the 9 over w to the 4 is the same as w to the 9 times w to the minus 4. And then we can just apply the multiplication rule. So that's w to the power of 9 plus minus 4. That plus that, which is w to the 5. Okay? That's just another way of looking at it for your full understanding. But you can just remember that. Something on the top, something on the bottom. You just subtract the numbers. Good.